Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 battle. This is with Shmoli War on the Slytherin forums. I have the Dailami with Arab, Syrian, Iraq allies versus Arab Conquest. Both very strong tournament armies. Ooh, what a map. Okay. Well, we're going to be seizing that as quickly as we can. Yeah. So let's see. 8 Lightfoot, 4 Massed Archers for the enemy, as opposed to 5 Lightfoot, 5 Massed Archers. So we're going to be slightly outshot, which is kind of a problem for a map like this. This is a deep stream, but we'll just have to make do. On the bright side, we have a medium foot based army. So let's see, 2 Massed Archers there, say maybe 3 for this hill. Then, do I want to just pile light infantry here? Probably. Right. Okay, this is weird. I guess I'll want my veteran Dailami foot though. Right. What else? I think otherwise we'll just max out on medium foot. Could get some light horse, I suppose, but I'm not really that worried about it. It's going to get a lot of infantry, and if we find a weak point, we're going to charge across. If not, we're going to stretch the line to the left so that he has to stretch to meet us. And we can stay anchored on this gigantic mountain. I'm going to assume that he's going to consider our frontal assault out of the question. Right. That's a sub-general, and that's our commander-in-chief. Add another sub-general. Now, even if we lose the firefight due to his missile superiority, I still think that we'll lose it slowly enough that he'll run out of ammunition afterward and won't be able to disrupt our mediums. Okay, there we go. Not there we go. I have one more commander to place, apparently. So we'll plunk him on this half here. It's good that the game reminds you of that. It'd be kind of unfortunate if it didn't. Okay, now there we go. Next turn. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. Might be a standoff. Unless he crosses over with his non-light troops as well. which it's not clear if he's doing so yet. Seize this mountain. It's a lot of light infantry. They will make us suffer on the advance. But there's not much we can do about that. Sometimes life is suffering. There we go. Very subtle, I know. Next turn. Okay, so he's thought better of trying to seize this hill, which is unfortunate because he does have more shooting troops than we do. The range of 4, we still have plenty of room to move forward. It's not exactly what I meant to do. Better. To a certain extent, we are just going to have to tank some arrow fire because we are down, I think, 3-ish missile units. But we have a lot more non-light foot with which to do so, so we can always rotate units out of line. Next turn. So now if we advance any further, we'll be in range, but I don't feel that it's actually necessary to hold this ridge, to be honest. Here we go. Actually, that's dumb, but we're gonna just shuffle back. So, we'll stand here, shoot it out if we need to, push if he crosses, and otherwise continue a long crossing this way. Next turn. He did a similar thing to what I just did. Okay, let the skirmishing begin. That's fine. He won't be able to break them without putting his archers at risk. Looks like he's not going to contest a crossing. Well, that's fine by me. In that case, we'll start pushing now. Right. Let's send our greetings. This is all really of very little consequence. Though I might want to have a couple of these units shift over in case things get hairy here if he just crosses over in force before we can get into position. But I'm not very concerned about that, to be honest. There's a lot of broken ground. It would be tough for him to make real headway on top of this hill. Next turn. Held firm, what a shame. I was hoping for some more frags and the like there, but it was not to be. Well, let's accept a little bit of pressure from firepower just to be able to get up in the face of these archers and threaten the charge. It also helped them out with some shooting of our own. Very good. I can get frags, then I can force some breaks in here. And in the meantime, our massed column can continue its attempt to cross. So we're going to try to cross here, break some units here, maybe cause some disruption, and then line up and attack. And if more units filter this way to assist, then we might be able to find a crossing point. It's going to be kind of difficult because these veteran Muslim spears are better than our average Dailami and kind of evenly match the veterans. But I think it's doable. Next turn. Can we cause any panic? No, denied. Oh, what a shame. All held firm. Too bad. Oh well. Not quite at auto breaking point, I'm afraid. And we'll block them from following up to our archers. Come and see them off. Good. Although we're running low enough on ammo that we're not going to be able to do much anyway. Still, we're making it across, and that's what's important. And plenty of others could move, but I don't think it would be really worth it. So, next we'll try to break this unit. And then, I don't know, we're going to have to get shot at a bunch. It might be worth trying to fall back, I suppose. You're a general up for the fallback. Good. Should I do it here too? Probably. Alright, there we go. Next turn. Not a big deal. Very brave. Anyway, moving on. Don't really want to engage in a firefight with those guys because, well, there's more of them. Mainly I just want to make room to cross over. I also want to try to wrap around before I really start engaging because my units are average and his are superior. Except this one. Somewhat helpful, but we'd be disordered, so it wouldn't actually be worth the charge, I'm afraid. What we can do, though, is start raining hell on these Master Archers as well. Maybe... Who is your commander? Yeah, rally them up. Fall back. Good. If we charge, we might pursue, which would be bad. But they also might just break. Oh. Oh good, we stayed. That's fine, that's fine. I was just hoping we wouldn't end up somewhere completely disastrous. Here, let's see if we can auto-break them. Would you... Alright, never mind. See you later. Good, I don't want these lights getting in the woods if I can help it. And in the meantime, shuffle along. Let's try to get more veterans and more infantry across. It still looks pretty tough to actually fight our way across, but that's okay. I don't really fancy fighting the offensive spear heavy foot in the open, but that might be what we just have to end up doing. Next turn. Good. Perfect. Alright. That kind of thing tends to happen in clumps because we kind of all stopped taking missile fire at the same time. Let's get in then. Zone of control lock these two units and keep pushing. really need to try to engage when we've been able to spread out our lines somewhat, not in this horrible, messy clump that we're in right now. Good. Not quite auto-broken, but they'll be out of the action now. Good. That might actually be worth it at this point. I think it is. Held firm, that's too bad. General up on this unit that's getting shot at. Then hold them back. Good. Continue to try to thin out our line here and get more men across one way or another. Make sure I have no missile troops that I haven't used. We'll save that last volley for something actually useful. Next turn. That's unfortunate. Should just bounce again. It's not a huge deal. Well, we'll have to rely on numbers to overcome these veteran Muslim spearmen. Some of the best value units in the game. Dailami aren't bad either, of course. We're downhill, but pinning this unit could be worth whatever bad things follow from doing this. Trying to decide if I should try to bring my lights back around behind to deal with these camels, or that's just a pointless waste of time. Can't quite make it to the rough there, which is what we want to do. Get out of there. Occupy the rough. There we go. Guess we'll have to begin fighting, which is sooner than I wanted. we can get these 2 units of... Oh wait, just 1 unit of veterans. Anyway, we need more veterans across right away. And I will attempt to shift the lights over as well. It's our commander-in-chief. I don't think we need him on here anymore. Good. And with that, it might be dangerous to thin our line out much more than this, to be honest, but we'll do it just a bit longer. In the meantime, I can begin harassment across the river. That sort of firing isn't going to cause any disruption, but that's okay. There's a logic here. They can't be flank attacked, and if this unit turns to face, this unit will have to cover as well, which would open things up a little bit here. If not, this unit can charge in and we can get the flank. So, worst case scenario, we lose this unit for nothing, and that's not really a huge deal. Right, I'm content to have that be all for now. Next turn. It's not really important. We weren't pushing it anyway. Very good. Does that do anything for us? Not really. Right, let's consider here. How bad? Pretty bad. Let's charge here. Then close that off. Keep pushing. Get ready to get a flank in here. And keep stretching that line out. Next, is this worth down 100 POA? Screw it then, we'll just charge in here for the flank. If we luck out, no, it's not too likely against superior troops. You can do something stupid here in order to free a unit up. I think at this point just causing chaos is probably a good thing. So now we're in position to get a flank here as well. How bad? Actually good, if they don't double drop next turn. Even if they do, we should be able to force a flank. Okay, so we're starting to kind of break this apart a little bit at the cost of some disruptions on our average units. He's got some troops turned around and marching away, which means we'll need to do the same. What about these units? Probably shouldn't move both of these yet. We can threaten to, maybe. Try to catch these while they're still fragged. Okay, so the situation we've got is we can get a flank on this unit and potentially set one up on this unit next turn. This unit is gonna die, but it is slowing reinforcements. An alternative for this unit is to charge the massed archers, but that would disorder them. Don't think it's a good idea overall. We can hit this unit so long as we don't double drop. If we do, we'll have to charge in and then hit them. And we can hit this unit, although it might cost this unit quite a bit. This is going to get a little bit messy here, but I think we can start setting up flanks. We just need to hold out for a little while. Our lack of maneuverability for these units is problematic. Overall, I think it's going as well as this kind of assault can, though. Next turn. This will be a very important turn, I think. If we make good progress here, we might be able to get a real breakthrough. Too bad. He zone of control locked me here. Highly unfortunate. Well, didn't expect it to be easy. In we go. And for the flank. That's also unfortunate. We're going to start dangerously spreading out, I think, so we can just get more men across over here. Damn. We needed that to go faster. It's not entirely a bad thing, to be honest. We'll risk dropping so we can try to get into a better position here. Right, in we go. No dice. Well, let's try for it. Frag is good. Though he might be able to cover them with the lights. I think this unit will simply remain in reserve to fill this gap when it opens up. Next turn. I don't know why I didn't see that, but it's certainly not going to be helpful. Well, I may just pay for attempting to attack a position like this. Here's what we're gonna do. Good. Superior troops, they're not gonna drop from something like that. Looks like we're gonna have to auto-break them. We're gonna charge it. And luck out, apparently. Very good. It's too bad we can't turn, but that's alright. That's not alright. If we get pushed back here, we'll get pushed back into difficult terrain. And more reinforcements. This could be bad. Yeah. Maybe I should have let them get pushed back, I don't know. Well, it's going okay, but it's a very messy assault, which I guess was to be expected. Next turn. Ouch. Alright, how bad? That's the question here. Good, we hold firm, that's very good. And it could have been very bad. Excellent. Where's that break? Even better. Do we get pushback or just break here? Held firm. Damn. Don't really want to throw these in to rescue them. I can't turn these because we're out of command. So what do I do? Something stupid to start with. Didn't really matter. I can't do that without risking a flank charge from these cavalry. It's really irritating. I wonder... No. Okay. Circle here. Then circle here. Shove these slingers out of the way and slay them. Good. Really wish I had another commander here so these guys could maneuver, but I don't. Well, let's keep trying to cross over. And get this commander over here so that his command radius hits these units a little bit better. Push forward so those fallbacks cost him a little bit more. and threaten to follow across. Good. That's better. Yeah, let's hit those camels. Oh, we can't. Oh, how annoying. Turning face, then. Yes. Suppose you can threaten these archers. That's it, huh? I don't think we'll auto-break. There's a chance of double dropping. But there's also a chance of a pushback and opening up his flank. Otherwise, we'll just have to use both of these units to get the job done. We'll hit with one and flank with the other. Here, we'll just pile on to this unit with maybe 3 units of swordsmen. And here, he'll zone of control lock my cavalry and then charge with his infantry. Not much we can do about that, but I think we're doing pretty well under the circumstances. Next turn. It's unfortunate. Oh, hello, rallies. Please get pushed back. No pushback. Good. Right, so what now then? Actually, this isn't too bad. We can start by doing something stupid. Then, wrap around behind. Wrap around behind. Get ready for a flank here. Pin. Don't really know what to do about the camels. I guess we'll just stare at them and slowly trundle some archers over to help shoot at them. Maybe. Or we could just get these archers to shoot at them instead. Here, shove these bastards off. And then... better. This is going to be terrible. Do I try to help it? Not really sure what to do here, to be honest. All the choices are quite bad. Here, let's just do something dumb. Let's hurl them in. Well, we had a chance. They're pretty close to auto-breaking, so we can just sit here and shoot at them maybe. Charge these archers. We disrupt and we have swordsmen. Commander-in-Chief, get on that unit. It won't help us, we'll still lose most likely. But get the hell out of the way, thank you very much. And I would like to get these archers. Well, let's not bother. Let's not bother to rush over here. We'll have the one unit shoot at them, and that's good enough, honestly. Let's keep pushing a little bit. That would be suicidal, as would any such assault there. Let's take a look at our list. Good. So how are we doing? We should have neutralized this unit of camels, and we will destroy this unit, and this unit, and this unit. So that's pretty good, even if we do lose a few units here. Once we break that up, we can keep on pushing. I mean, unfortunately, there isn't enough rough ground here, so we'll be running into another head-on confrontation with more spearmen, but we're grinding him down. It's not very graceful, but it's working. Next turn. See how much advantage we can gain from these flanks. We can't fall back because we blocked our own men in there. That's fine. Yeah, we'll keep them locked in, so it's not a big deal. Ouch. Good timing. Okay, well, thanks for shoving my archers over here. Now I can contribute to the demise of these camels. Charge. So now we're at, what, 50 swordsman, troop quality, 50 general, 50? They should up that to swordsman 100. There we go. Get that frag. Hold firm. I'm tempted to move these archers here to zone of control out this unit in case he should charge with this unit to break the zone of control and then get the flank. But I'm not going to, because that would be pretty painful for him to do anyway. So instead, we're just going to pour on the arrows. Well, it's not a pour, it's a trickle at this point with low ammo. Still not worth charging with average Dailami foot, so we'll start moving away. Right, In the meantime, we'll frontally charge here. And get that cohesion drop. Held firm. Torn up pretty badly here. Lucked out for the moment. Shove these slingers off the map if we're lucky. Yep. Adds another little bit of route percent, and we'll fall back here if we need to, although he's close to auto break. I believe 115 men will auto break. Okay, so we're up 20. It's looking good. We'll break these 3 units, and that would put us over the edge. And we don't seem too likely to suffer any breaks ourselves at this moment. Here, we'll solve our dilemma here by zone of control locking this unit diagonally. So now we're good. Next turn. Maybe. That's the problem with them being superior heavy foot. They can kind of fall back at will. Ooh. It's kind of unraveling here. Might not matter if we can get those juicy breaks in this turn. Alright, it looks like the juicy breaks will have to wait one more turn. Well, let's do the boring stuff. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Let's do some boring stuff first. And it's off we go. Let's see. Lock them in. Get the drop. Very well. Come on. Really? Auto break, fine. That's one way to do it. $30. That should be an end. Oh, that was not wonderful. This one time it would get messier, though I think I would eventually win by sheer weight of numbers. Yeah, let's hope for no rallies and a win this turn, otherwise it's gonna get pretty messy here. And seems like we have the end. Right, so let's see what happened. Shmuley War mentioned at the end after his GG that he shouldn't have moved forward at all. That definitely hurt him because he got frags and disrupts on his archers, although I think most of my breaks on his missiles were auto breaks. I think a bigger factor than his brief excursion to my side of the river was one of the few weaknesses of these veteran Muslim spearmen. It generally doesn't turn up. They're so cheap, 54 points, because they're unmaneuverable. Maneuverability costs 6 points for heavy foot. Now, normally your heavy infantry is just smack dab in the middle of your line, and you trundle them forward to the enemy's center, and they stab everything to death. Great. But in a battle like this, where all the maneuvering was happening on one flank, and I was trying to spread and wrap, the lack of maneuverability really hurt him and made it difficult for him to prevent these flank attacks. Another army list factor to keep in mind. I mean, so the Arab Conquest army is a tournament tiger. It's got like a 2-to-1 win ratio. It's really good. But so is this Dailami list. I don't think it's got quite that ratio of wins in the league, but it's incredibly good. And part of it is that, these 42-point Dailami foot, I mean, so they're 12 points cheaper than the veteran Muslim spearmen. They lose 1-on-1 pretty badly because they get minus 50 for swords versus spears and minus 50 for quality. But they're cheap, so you get more of them. And if you get a flank attack and a disrupt, you unlock your 50 POA into 100 POA, and then you're winning. I did have to auto-break a lot of these units because they're superior. They're really tough. But in the end, yeah, I think the war of maneuver is going to be more difficult for these units, and the smattering of rough ground, the deep stream, which I could sit myself in, that he couldn't assault, all these terrain and map factors made life pretty hard for him. But these are a great unit, and in a previous season of the league, I had the Anglo-Saxons. Their Herdmen were 54-point offensive spears. Until recently, they were patched to have some armor instead of protected, and now I believe they cost 60, which makes them arguably a worse unit than they were before. So, yeah, good game to Shmuley War. I'm sure we'll play again, so until next time.